Alright, well, hello again, everybody. We're back with another Great American Craft review with Kyle. Just finished off the Earth Artifact Aller, and it is an ass kicker, let me tell you. A great beer. Now, for our nightcap, we've had a lot to drink today. Busy weekend, New Year's road trip tomorrow, we've had a lot to drink, but we're going to go ahead and get into one here that I've been saving, and I've never actually had, and I've had a lot of great reviews and a lot of people who love it. For our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, the nightcapper of my Thursday, December 28, 2017. It's from the Bell's Brewing Company. It's the Expedition Stout. There it is, the Expedition Stout, folks. Very nice. It's a Russian Imperial Stout brewed and bottled by Bell's Brewing Company. It's got very highly praised. I will tell you this, it's not for lightweights. It checks in at 10.5% alcohol by volume, 10.5. That is a big-time stout. Now, I've had a couple of friends that told me this is one of the best I've ever drank. The Bell's Black Note, and I've never had that one either. Bell's makes 50 stouts, and I've gotten to the handle on what's good, what's bad. None of them are bad. I mean, let's be honest, Bell's like an elite great brewing company. But you got the level of, for Bell's, good, great, and then just unbelievable. And you probably put great as in D range, and that's how people put this in. It's a great beer. But I heard the Bell's Black Note is unbelievable. This is considered a great beer, which is good. Never had this one. You know, I've eyed it for years. It says, this Russian Imperial Stout thirsts for travel. A huge malt body is matched with a blend of complex chocolate, dark fruit, and roasted aromas. This beer is ready to be enjoyed now or sit perfectly content in our cellar until the next journey. One thing I do love about Bell's right here. It was packaged on August 31st, 2017. And people can't probably say that, but there it is. And Bell's don't mess around. I mean, I tell you, and this beer needs to warm a couple minutes. It's been up about close to 10 minutes, but from what I've been told, most stouts close to 20 minutes. So I'll rebel on for a couple minutes if no one cares, and you know what, that's their problem. I know I probably offend people. I know I probably get off topic, but you know what, it is what it is. I love talking. I love voicing my opinion, and I've got a lot of subscribers, believe it or not. I'm not trying to brag, and I don't. I'm just people that probably say, Kyle Souder delete, he's a big mouth, and they say screw him, and that's fine. That's their choice, and I get it. You know, if I've watched a couple of my videos too and said, God, this is awful. I really have. I watched a couple of videos the other day, and I'm like, you know what, this is awful, Kyle. What are you talking about? But it is what it is. But anyway, you get back to Bell's Founders, the best Michigan brewery, and I go up and down, and you know, I don't know if I can pick on it for a given year. I think I like Bell's because they do make more. My great Ferdinand Steen was telling me, you know, Bell's does a lot more. Founders is great. I think Founders has slightly better beer with what they make, but I think Bell's makes more beer. And for that option, I think a lot of people tend to sway towards Bell's because they have more offerings. The beer itself, I think Founders, and it's close. I mean, out of 100, it's 51.49, you know, 50.5 to 49.5. It is very close. I mean, they're neck and neck. And this is what's crazy about Michigan craft brewing is we have these two great breweries, Bell's and Founders here, that are challenging 7 or 8 tremendous elite breweries in their own right. Dark Horse, Shorts, you know, Jolly Pumpkin. You know, I think Saugatuck does some good things in Michigan. What's the other one? Arbor, Atwater. You know, what's the other one in Michigan? Dark Horse, Shorts. I'm missing. New Holland, absolutely, New Holland. My goodness, yeah. You feel like in Michigan, and those are breweries that had probably 40 states in America would be 1, 2, and 3, and yet they're 5th and 6th in Michigan. So it tells you what Michigan craft beer has become. And but anyway, so what this one of the famous. But back to Bell's. Bell's makes a lot of stouts, which I'm a stout person. I love it. Had the special creamy stout, which was good. I enjoyed it. The cherry stout, I enjoyed that. I did not like the Kalamazoo Stout from Bell's. I thought that was kind of... It brewed with brewer liqueur, which is like a liquor for like coffee. And again, it wasn't an awful beer. I mean, I'm never going to say a craft beer is awful because it is better than Buttermilk or Coors because it is a craft beer. But did not like that one per my taste. Now, I thought several people said the Kalamazoo Stout is one of their faves. And again, that's why we're American. That's why we had that right. But for me, I just didn't tickle my fancy. And I'm a stout person. So this one I've been wanting to... I had it about 2 weeks. I picked it up in the Build Your Own 6-pack, which is good. The 6-pack, this was $17. Yeah, Bell's, you know, I'm not saying it's bad because it's 10.5. And I'm sure it's a great kick-ass beer. I mean, Bell's has never made a bad beer to me. I thought 2 years ago the cherry stout was pretty bad. This year it's unbelievable. But again, they're a stout company, but they got hops coming out in about 3 weeks. I think the third week of January. And that's kind of, like I said, I think that's why people kind of lean towards Bell's a bit over Founders, is because of the release party. Ferg actually, I agree with Ferg 110% on this. He's like, Founders makes an excellent, probably a little bit better beer than Bell, but they don't release a lot of new stuff. So I'm gonna go get this open. I think it's 12, 13 minutes. It was about 9 to 10 minutes before I started this video. So you're about 15 now. You get 10.5. This is a nightcap. I've had quite a few tonight, so this will be it. And here's our Bell's Expedient Stout bottle cap. They're very good. Like I said, for Bell's, the stout company. But again, IPAs. I mean, you cannot just not mention Too Hard. And I think that is what, to me, Bell's flagship. But not only that, but the consistency and greatness of that, because the mass production of Too Hard. Think about it, Too Hard is almost like a Budweiser in a lot of cases. I mean, they're producing 70, 80 barrels a day of that. But think about how good it is. And that's to the brewers at Bell's and just the ingredients. And Bell's is one of the elite brewers. I mean, you're talking top 10 brewers in the country. I think they're top 10 in America. I mean, they may be second or third. They may be second in Michigan, but they're top 10 in America. I mean, let's not make any mistake about this. And so many new brewers have popped up, but I think you have to look at consistency. I mean, there's so many great new brewers. There is. But I think when you look at top brewers, you have to, and that's why I love Great Lake, even New Holland, who I love. I forgot to mention them. The consistency of these guys brewing these beers consistently. And not only the consistency, but also the demand. Like something for a Cincinnati brewery like Mad Tree or 50 West, they make a great beer people love. Like, let's say Mad Tree makes a new beer next week. Hop Heaven, or let's say Hop Heaven or Hop Hills. People love it, and it's amazing. And it's awesome. And I'm not saying it's a great beer. They make it good for 2 or 3 months, and it's excellent. But think about what Bell's has done for 17 years on making Too Hard, one of the best IPAs in the country, and not only that, but in the world for them. Just think about that. So, the respect goes to the brewers at Bell's and also the consistency and the quality control. Similar to Great Lakes, just making good, consistent beer consistent. That's my biggest thing. And I really think there's a lot, and again, I'm going to say something positive about Cincinnati brewing companies here. People take shots at me for being negative against local, and I have been. I'm a harsh critic, and I feel like an asshole for some of the stuff I have said. There is a lot of potential in a lot of breweries in this city. I mean, half a dozen. In fact, I think Cincinnati actually has more new breweries per capita than anybody in the country. They do. I mean, there's new breweries every week in Cincinnati. Blue Ash, Mason, Loveland, Cincinnati, Westchester, Fairfield, Hamilton, Middletown, Monroe. I mean, there's 3 or 4 there's 4 to 6 a month. And there's potential. These guys know what they're doing. They're home brewers for years. But it's the consistency. And even Ryan guys. I had a good pale ale that I'm not going to. But I think Ryan guys, we insured Ryan guys. And I don't want to get into too much of a personal matter here. Target Markets rep, insurance guy was. Ryan guys, a lot of their brewers are 25, 30-year-old kids. And I'm not knocking them. I mean, they can brew good beer and they have good inventions. And they're hot pads. And there's nothing wrong with that. But they're not consistent and they're young. And then the inexperience kicks in. You look at Founders. He was telling me how we insure Founders at Cincinnati Insurance Right, Great Lakes, Dogfish had. We also insure Municipal Brewing and Braxton Brewing. We have some big accounts. And he was just saying how Founders and Great Lakes are more professional. It's because they're established now. Who's to say 20 years from now, Ryan Geis and Braxton are not the Great Lakes and the Founders? And they could be, and they very well are on their way now. But fuck, right now, that's a big issue. It's longevity in these guys. So I've rambled enough. Let's go ahead and get a pour. Rinse this out on the hourglass. These other two. I do have some Bell's glassware, but I figured for the Expedient Stout, I'll go with this. So let's get a quick pour here on this Expedient Stout. I am looking forward to this. Freshly rinsed. Looking forward to this one. I've heard good things, and see if we can see a pour here. How dark this pour is coming out of the can. The bottom. Oh, it's dark. Good color. Oh, it's murder oil. This is, from what I was told. I've had a buddy who lives up in Michigan, and he's had every stout Bell's has brewed, and he said this is their second best. And even my good friend Greg, who's an IPA freak, he likes stouts as well. He leans towards IPAs, but he does like a good stout. He had a 6-pack of this, and he said, man, you've got to get the Expedient when it's fresh. But stouts age, so there's the pour. It wasn't overly aggressive. Nice head. Nice, kind of a rocky beige color head. Not much carbonation. Maybe it's a little light, but yeah, that's a nice pour. 10.5. Let's get a quick aroma here. Oh, great aroma. Oh, man. Tell you what, roasted malts, some dark malt, a lot of fruit in there. What would the back of the bottle say? We're going to get that fruit aroma. Dark fruit, almost like some roasted like fig leaf. And that's what you're going to get in a lot of these imperial stouts. There's some hints of to dark roasted fruits. All that aroma is phenomenal. My God, I tell you what, that aroma, and again, you don't want to judge a book by its cover. I've always known about that motto in life. But 90% of the time, it's actually true. When you judge a book by its cover. Now, could be wrong on that, but boy, the aromas of this. You get roasted malts, the fig leaf color. Boy, man, let's say cheers to the brewers at both. I've already said this. For their hard work and labor, their consistency. And cheers to who's ever watching this, and cheers to Indiana tomorrow. Go Blue. Let's get a quick sip here. 10.5. Let's just sip this. I tell you what, I hate to judge. I hate to really, I don't know. I hate to, but one real quick, look at the lacing. I took a little small sip. This is a very, 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 very well crafted beer. If you're going by crafted and how they took their time with this, and that's why I hate to give this a bad grade, but that is boozy as shit to me. Boozy as fuck. My goodness. I get good roasted dark malts, some dark fruits. It has a good taste, but very, very bitter. I'm still feeling the booze on my tongue. 10.5. I will tell you this. It actually is a nice chocolate flavors. It's a good stout. I want to give this a benefit of the doubt because look at the lacing. I mean, I took a half a sip, and I look at the lacing a lot on the grades. I took a half a sip of this. The lacing is prominent. My goodness. This is very well. I mean, Bell's Brewers, come on. I will say, it's just boozy to me. 10.5. And again, and I don't want to even knock Bell's because 10.5, not many brewers in the country, not many brewers anywhere are hiding 10.5. One more quick sip. Okay. That sip right there was less boozy, but I feel like this is such a sipper. Excuse me. This is such a sipper, folks, that it's actually a really good beer. I sipped that there. You're getting good roasted chocolate with some dark malts, that roasted fruit. If you sip this, and I mean less than an ounce per sip, and this is definitely one of those where you're sipping in Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, from probably December to maybe February. I would not recommend this beer from November earlier or maybe past March. It's actually really good. I'm going to give it an A. I think an A because I love Bell's, and it is a bit boozy for my taste, but that's not deterring from the flavor, the lacing, or the craft of the beer. I mean, look at this lacing. This lacing is astonishing to me. That's unbelievable. And not only that, but you sip it. At 10.5, I mean, not many come. And Russian Imperials are boozy, and I'm not knocking Bell's for not hiding a 10.5 beer. I mean, I have several home brewers. I've not brewed, but I have several home brewers that have brewed beers 8-9%, and there's going to be some boozy in there. And you aren't going to hide alcohol at 10.5. No brewer alive is. That's why when you see brewers brew beer at 17-18%, it's almost like you're not going to hide the booze. I don't care who you are. So, one more quick sip here. 14 minutes, maybe top my longest review ever. See, right there. Oh, that's great chocolate. I mean, you just have to really enjoy this beverage. It's an A. It's an A+. You really enjoy this. I think that first sip I took too much. Right there. Dark chocolate, deep roasted malts. It's still burning a little bit. And I'm not saying burning. Yeah, 10.5. But this is an excellent beer. I mean, Bell's, I love Bell's Brewing Company. I really do. And I've said it. That, them and the founders, I'm not even going to pick. Normally, I like to argue and pick stuff and competition. That's my favorite. That's my thing with everything in life. Not beer, sports, movies, Or I was telling the other day about best actors, movies, weather, everything in life. I like just because it's good talk. It's conversation that's fun. People either love me or hate me for it. I think Bells and Founders are tied. They're definitely 1 and 2, and that's again, Dark Horse and New Holland. I tell you what, Shorts, Jolly Pumpkin. I mean, there's 500 or 600 Michigan breweries that, like I said, in 40 other states, they're 1 or 2. It's really unfortunate that they're in the state of Michigan, but I would probably, if someone said you have to pick, and it's for a project or for a grade, or they were actually reviewing me, or if it was for like money, or if it was for like, okay, what are you doing? I'd probably pick Founders, but I'm reluctantly saying that. I'm hesitant. Because I love Bell's just as much. But tell you what, this is an A+ beer. Life's too short, my friends. We must be happy. And I drink this beer, the Expedient Stout from Bell's. I tell you what, it is a kick-ass stout. A sipper. I mean, less than an ounce per sip. And enjoy this one. I mean, this is one, I think it was a $2.50 for a single bottle. But it's worth it. I mean, 10.5%. You're getting, that'd be almost 3 beers. People bitch, but it's like, okay, you're getting that. So that's a great beer. That's the last one from me tonight. But we'll see you tomorrow from beautiful Bloomington, Indiana. Hopefully going to get a chance to review one of 450 or Upland. But cheers, everybody, and good night, everybody. See you guys. Bye.